Yeah.
Stop it.
Welcome to Stable Condition.
He's been killing me with that.
Like, every single time he says it.
And you swore you wouldn't do it on the...
I didn't say a damn thing.
Yes, you did. You swore you wouldn't do it, and yet that's how you opened the episode.
Fingers crossed.
It was a double cross. There's your South Park reference. J Thor's here. He's just really quiet right now.
Because he's really, really tired.
Well,
that's my joke, though.
Is this going to be an episode where you and I are going to do most of the talking?
I'm going to kill both of you.
Welcome.
It feels good to have this off on somebody else now.
I just want to play Spirit for Justice.
I thought you wanted
Justice.
I thought you wanted to sleep.
I want to sleep too.
You can't have both, dude.
I can try.
You want to bet?
Jeez, you said that with such. You want to bet? That's funny. But yeah, it's funny because J Thor is literally the one closest to the mic, yet he's speaking the least. So this is new territory for us.
Anyways, we're gonna review Buckball.
Buckball season, yes.
Buckball.
First off, I just want to say I think there's no way it can be a coincidence that this episode aired on the same weekend college football started, and that makes me happy.
He likes sports.
I love sports, so this is kind of my time to shine.
I guess.
Whatever, bro. You've been kind of getting into sports, though.
A little bit.
Yeah. All right, so let's start with the episode.
The episode starts off with Applejack kicking a tree.
The apple falls in slow motion, and then Applejack
Misses.
Did she? That's right, she did miss.
Because of Rainbow Dash.
No, she didn't miss. It was Rainbow Dash breaking her concentration, and she's going for the putt.
Speak normally.
Applejack is going for the putt on par eagle. Please do it! Please do it! I was setting you up beautifully!
Oh, were you?
Okay.
Anyways, on the episode.
No! He didn't do it!
I don't know what he's talking about, guys.
Yes, you do!
I have no clue.
He is the biggest liar on this planet. That smile.
Oh my god.
Now you know how I feel
God.
on episodes when you torture me.
Who are you?
Exactly. We're gonna...
Just in case y'all guys didn't know, that's from Hey Arnold.
That's
The only part that you know from that show.
That's
That
the
show
only...
was okay.
Okay, so episode...
Anyways.
So, what are your, overall, how do you personally think about this episode? Because I'll admit, there's bias on my end. It's sports, and that's, right up my alley.
Right, of course.
But
I could hear you cheering for...
Oh, I got
cheering
super...
against Appaloosa
I got
all
super...
time.
Exactly, I can't stand Appaloosa. So, as soon as I heard that Appaloosa was the competition, I was like, oh, I am so getting behind this episode.
Yeah.
Moral of the story is Appaloosa sucks, and if you don't beat them, don't come home.
That's true.
Anyways, your thoughts, non-sports fan.
It was a lot of fun.
Why was it a lot of fun?
I just thought it was really interesting how they came up with a different sport rather than ponifying another one.
Well, I mean, people, over the last couple of days, I've actually been hearing about some people getting, thinking that Buckball, some people were like, oh, why didn't they call it Hoofball? And there's other people, because Hoofball is something different. And if that's true, it's yay, I actually like this idea.
They mentioned Hoofball in the season 5 premiere, didn't they?
Season 5 premiere.
Because Big Mac has a Hawk Fetlock card that Spike wants. By the way, did I ever show you the fan art that somebody made of a Hawk Fetlock trading card?
Yeah, actually.
Why'd you do a slashing motion for that?
It's a baseball bat.
Sure was.
He's got a baseball bat, and it's done like Major League
How's he
Baseball.
holding a baseball bat?
I don't know. It's a pony.
I hate this show.
No, you don't. I'll provide a link to that because it's really cool. But yeah, overall, it was really interesting to see how this is it's super sports, super competitive, but the main focus is Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie, the last members of the main six one would expect to get competitive in anything.
They weren't taking it competitively.
Well, I know, but they were still being put into a competition.
And also, you think that the town that the Apple family helped establish would know something about this sport?
What do you mean?
But they don't.
What do you mean?
The Apple family was the one who made Ponyville, pretty much. And how is it that, no one else in Ponyville even knew what Buckball was until they told them?
Lacrosse is pretty old, but people don't pay much attention to it.
What's lacrosse?
There you go. Lacrosse is gaining popularity over the past few years.
Is it really?
Yes, actually, it is.
I know lacrosse from Archer.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. But, I mean, yeah, lacrosse isn't as popular as, baseball or football or basketball, but, it is, it's like soccer in America. It's starting to gain a lot of momentum over the last few years, especially after the World Cup for soccer.
Oh, yeah.
But let's see, what else
Let's not forget probably the main star of this episode.
Snails.
Can't believe he's actually likable now.
Like, he's a character now. I remember being so shocked at that too. It was like they said, "Oh, some super huge character from way back when is going to be coming back." And I know you and I were both on the same page, on our hands and knees. Oh God, please let it be Lightning Dust, please.
Well, since people thought it was going to be in Appaloosa, they thought.
Little Strongheart.
Yeah, they thought, we're going to see a little Strongheart.
I saw a quote-unquote spoiler that it was, but it turned out to be...
Wrong?
Yeah.
Well, I only knew that because someone saw the episode in Austin with that promotional thing at the Alamo.
The other person talking is Tipper, by the way, from Toxic.
Yeah, and he gave a very vague description of it.
Why are you here?
I mean, I ask myself that question every time.
Because he's your ride.
Basically.
He's still our rival. We have got him.
Oh.
Trixie, you're the closest to
Man,
him.
you're really tired.
Got him.
Yes,
He's dead, guys.
I've been up for over
A lot.
26 hours.
Oh, Jesus.
Bro, if you want to sit this episode out and
No,
let us...
I'm good.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Okay.
It's my laptop. I have to watch my baby.
That's true.
I
Right.
don't trust you.
That's
I trust him.
Okay.
He's foreign.
So?
I have a Tumblr.
Oh, excuse me. Anyways, what are your thoughts on this episode, just overall?
Oh, mine?
Mm.
It was nice to see AJ and Rainbow Dash give up their competitiveness.
Well, I mean, that's that ties into something that's pretty popular.
And also another thing was, it was nice not to see them get into a rivalry with each other.
Well, they're playing with each other, which is that hasn't happened before, I don't think.
You can still play with teammates, but you can still be rivals.
Oh, of
and
course, absolutely.
Be cutthroat.
Yeah, and that's the thing is a lot of times athletes who are professionals in sports and whatnot, you're supposed to put the team before yourself. The old saying is play for the name on your chest, not the name on your back.
He plays sports. He would know.
I don't play sports. I just am very knowledgeable about them.
Very, very knowledgeable.
Oh, I thank you. But
Especially football.
yeah.
Oh, he's American.
You know what? I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you because, for me, the big three are football, baseball, and basketball. I am obsessed with all three. And hockey, too. I love hockey.
But there's no ball in that one.
It's a puck.
It's not a ball.
Well, that's why we don't call it hockey ball.
You just did, though. I'm tired.
You're very, very tired.
Call it puck ball.
Puck ball. No, we can't because they've already referenced ice hockey by name in the show.
They call it ice hockey?
Yeah, Rainbow Dash did in Tanks for the Memories.
That's right.
Whenever she was dressed like a Vancouver Canuck.
Of course, Vanks.
I'm not gonna... No, I'm sorry. She wasn't dressed like it. It was at the end of the episode when that group of ponies was skating on the ice those are the Canucks. You're not gonna get that by me. Because I think the show's, made in Vancouver and everything, and I think a lot of them...
Really?
A lot of them are big Canuck fans.
Not answer my question.
He didn't. What a jerk.
What was the question?
Really?
Yes.
With a question mark?
Yes, with a period.
Oh.
Yeah, but anyways, the point I was getting at
I'll be
is...
better in 3 to 5 days.
Pinkie Pie did this, what's it called? The flash kick that Guile does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I thought that was awesome.
We just got done
Flash kick.
We just got done watching the episode again, and we never made any kind of comment on this, but honestly, that look for Pinkie Pie, the whole
Poof ball.
I thought that was adorable and hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
It
Nah.
was,
And also the Fluttershy using her tail somehow.
That's not how tails work.
it's happened before.
Especially horse tails.
This is ponies in Equestria. They're already...
A horse tail is 99% hair,
likes
1%
horses.
tail.
They're already talking. So we're already defying and breaking a lot of rules.
They
And
talk,
they're
they just win it. You can't understand them.
That's true. We can't prove that they're not winning.
You're right. Oh my god, guys, we finally cracked it. There's a translator on our TV that converts it into English for us.
It's a good
Oh,
TV.
English is universal language. I learned that from video games. And
Wouldn't
anime.
it be just the worst thing ever, though, if, like, a Brony finally makes it to Equestria? He's super happy. He's like, I'm finally here. Sees his first... he sees his first pony just trotting down Ponyville, goes up like, oh my god, hi. Exactly, just... Oh, man. And he's just super bummed out.
Can I go home, guys?
The
It's
horse
like,
will do just fine.
here's Princess Twilight Sparkle.
There's no place like home. Damn.
Anyways, a lot of time, like, the idea of play for the name on your chest, not the name on your back, is pretty much what Rainbow Dash and Applejack did. As athletes, you want to win more than anything else, and you'll put the team's needs before your own needs. Like if a player,
No, it's the opposite when it comes to Pinky and Fluttershy.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying, is like typically. Never mind. Anyways, and it was
Didn't we spot an inconsistency?
with what?
At one point, while one of the baskets had was standing on the still, while it clearly is supposed to be another unicorn there.
Yeah, and see, that was the thing, is like for the longest time I was super confused about what the unicorn's role in this was, but now it actually makes a little more sense. Is like when Rainbow Dash's scene when she's like, when the ball comes to you,
Catch it.
catch, which I love the bluntness of that. It's like, how do I do this? When the ball comes to you, catch it. Why though? Like, what purpose is that? Is that just getting ammo for your team or something? And then I realized, wait a minute, it's like a goalie in hockey, but two of them. Like, if I have, it's like basically in hockey, we're comparing it to this, is like if a goalie was able to pick up the net and take it with him and run around while you are trying to chase me and block me. It's like the goalie is on offense still, because.
And honestly, I think I know why they didn't go to Starlight.
Why?
It wasn't because they forgot about her like that guy forgot about her.
Hi.
I'm talking to Trixie, by the way.
Yeah, I totally
It's
forgot
because,
Starlight
honestly,
existed.
she'd probably just freeze the other pony and just be like, oh, here we go.
I mean,
Catch
you didn't
every
say
single
you
one.
didn't say I couldn't.
Sir, that was not. It didn't say I couldn't do this in the rule book.
If it's anything like she was in the beginning of No Second Prances, I can totally see that happening.
Then again, you were also asking why they didn't just get Twilight to just play.
She's an alicorn. They'll break the rules.
But she can play all three roles.
But she's an alicorn.
I'm pretty sure
I don't know, at
the
this
Apple
rate,
family never thought about an Alcorn joining.
I don't know. I feel like
They're pretty stupid.
The rule book does say
I feel
unicorn as the basket holder.
I feel at this rate though.
She was once a unicorn. There's nothing saying once either. I can nitpick this all day.
He's
Alright.
tired. He's very tired. I feel like Snails could probably be the do-it-all man though, if he really had to take on all three roles. Because Snails was straight up beast mode in this episode.
Well, you just need
Just
Cat.
don't think about it.
Like, just do what I do. Don't think about it. I don't think about anything. Ever. That was amazing.
Oh, Snails is great.
Yeah.
Weird to say.
Yeah.
Carrying my
Do
water.
you guys remember who his voice actor was? I think it was Richard Ian Cox.
For Snails?
Snails?
Yeah.
I thought it was
Lee Tokar.
Yeah, Lee Tokar.
Oh, okay, then that's the other one. I
He
can't remember his
snips.
name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one.
Snip, snip.
Tibber, could you please look that up for us?
Okay.
I'm pretty
Rival
sure it's...
podcast person.
I
Yeah.
think we already established that point.
Pretty sure it's Lee
I have to
Tokar.
establish it pretty much for myself.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm
That's
at
like,
that
now
point.
let's get Snails to do... Not Snails. Let's get Snips to do something that's worth it. Yeah. Good luck with that, right?
He can cut grass.
That's my horse talk.
I tried so hard to keep a straight face on it. I was like, damn it.
And more things for you to edit.
Oh, well. I'll put
I've been good.
actual horse noises.
That'd be funny.
Like,
Are you just gonna change out the edits every episode?
what do you mean?
Last time it was gonna be the ding.
Oh, I have no idea. I might.
You
That's
should.
hilarious.
If we could actually get a horse Winnie, that'd be really funny. But anyways, I guess the scene on the train was also... No, I'm fascinated by... Look at that sound wave. It's actually straight.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Very
very good. Just keep talking.
No.
I'm having
Do it
fun.
again. Do it again.
Okay,
Wow.
you have a lot to edit out there, but
I don't know if I want to. That was like
They can't see the audio waves.
That was fat. I know that was like really fascinating. You know what though? I can just automate that part and turn the volume up.
I don't care.
This is gonna be fun. I have all the power. Anyways, I like the scene on the train whenever they're trying to convince Fluttershy that there is a zone to be in.
It's the end zone.
Don't you get it? You just gotta get in the zone and talk, and getting Rainbow Dash all super fired up again. She is so adorable.
Did you
when
find out
she
who it
is.
was?
Still
We
loading.
don't,
Oh, there it
I
is.
don't know what zone she's talking about.
Let's see.
Though.
And then Fluttershy finally snaps. It's
That
like,
was hilarious.
the zone is not a real place. It's gonna, we can't get there because we're too stressed out and we're too frustrated and we're never gonna beat Appaloosa. And then they went and hid in like the luggage department.
And also, I'm not going to name names here, but a certain someone was complaining about the faces and stuff.
Yeah,
I think the faces were just fine. I think it's nice that they're doing new models for the faces.
The way I see it is, what's wrong with some animators just wanting to have a little bit of fun?
Yeah, if you had to draw a bunch of pictures for hours upon hours, you'd want to have some fun too.
That's true.
Because it gets pretty boring once in a while.
Well, it's just that like a lot of like. Not gonna name this individual specifically, but I'll know a lot of other people have also.
We're talking about Trixie.
It's clearly Trixie, but a lot of people have been.
I'm sorry, I cracked. I'm weak.
A lot of people have been talking about how like, oh, they're meme faces. They're just doing it because they're meme faces. Well, what's
Powerpuff Girls is meme faces?
I know.
Literally.
I know. But
I'm just saying in case a certain individual is listening.
Okay. But my point is, what separates this from season 1? There were still plenty of memes that were being made off of faces in season 1.
Because season 1 was back when it was good.
Well, season 2, but you're half right.
I still think it's great. But that's my point, is I really don't see a difference. The only thing I see that as a difference in is different facial expressions.
And lighting.
And lighting, yes. That started happening in season 4.
And Applejack's voice.
It's still Ashley Ball.
I know.
And
but
Michelle
still.
Creeper's Apple Bloom got a lot deeper, which is cool. They're growing up. But anyways,
They've made their mark, would you say?
excuse me while
I thought you were saving that joke for later, sir. It's ruined now. We can't record that episode.
Did anyone notice that they actually used a bit of 3D animation in this too?
Yeah,
I
when they
noticed it first.
You didn't say anything!
I was like that animation when I texted you.
What when Rainbow
A week ago.
when Rainbow Dash and Applejack are walking along the train?
Yeah, that was like, damn, that's some 3D going on.
Yeah, I can see that.
Did you find who Snails is yet?
You really suck at this, Tim.
No wonder you're
I know
on
Lee
top.
Tokara is for Snips.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Oh, it is Lee.
Oh, wait, for Snips or Snails?
Snips.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's Richard Ian Cox for Snails.
I'm looking up for Snails.
I know him because of Kai Azenbol from Gundam and Inuyasha.
Yersha.
From Inuyasha.
I know Lee Tokar.
The filler series.
I know Lee Tokar is.
That's Naruto.
That's very
And
true,
Bleach.
yeah.
Naruto is so bad with that. Anyways.
Stephen
Oh,
Magnet. He's also Stephen Magnet.
And also Gummy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I knew a gay dragon could play a crocodile.
With no teeth.
Yes.
Okay then.
Alright then, well then.
Have you guys been noticing how much fan art of Snails has been coming out lately with him just like being super zen? Like transcend humanity.
Because
and
he's
all.
likable.
No, I've been mostly seeing the not safe for work stuff, and it's getting terrifying.
Alright then. But I know EQD had it on their front for a while of him like doing that meditation pose with the buckets going around in a circle. I love that.
How did you get so many buckets?
I don't know. Oh, you know what though? I'm torn for Snails. I'm torn between two of my favorite parts for him. The big thing where Fluttershy explodes on the train.
And yes,
runs.
by the way, it is Richard Ian Cox for Snails. So it's not that hard.
Wow, you suck, Timber.
I'm starting to question which one of you is more tired.
And he's also Dumbbell, Brown Teenage Dragon, Grandpa Gruff, and Featherweight.
He's Grandpa Gruff?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. But no, I'm torn between them. Like when Fluttershy explodes on the train, it was like, zone, blah, blah, zone, 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 and runs off, and Pinkie Pie follows her. And she leaves Dash and Applejack just totally puzzled. I was like, what's going on? And Snails pops up. Just want to let you know, I'm so cool with playing.
That's my favorite Snails part.
It's either that or whenever they're doing their Buckball rematch of like Dash and Applejack versus Pinkie and Flutters, and you know Apple Dash just got their asses kicked. And
finally.
Yeah, the ball rolls up, and he's asleep, and he's like, oh, finally! He just covers it. I thought it was really funny.
Oh, that reminds me of a picture I saw. It's just a screen cap of whenever Sales is coming up and he's about to say, I'm so game for playing. It's like, you taste like skills, you taste
Good God, you're tired.
I am.
That's hilarious.
Even when I was fully awake, that made me laugh.
I would imagine. But I just love it. Finally. But now, okay, so overall...
Am I main character yet?
Takes more than just one good episode, buddy. You'll get there someday.
I actually like where he was in the train. It's like, just so you two know, I'm still planning on playing.
You said that.
When
That's what we've been... How tired are you?
I think I'm pretty tired, because again,
Typical
Why
Yeah.
am I not the tired one now?
Are we sure this isn't
Have
a
you
parallel
been up for
dimension?
27 hours?
You said 26 like 10 minutes ago.
It's just a back and forth.
I think I'm on, like... I think it's a competition between Trixie and I of who is the most awake right now.
It's probably Trixie.
Probably not, honestly.
Really?
Have you had a 5-hour?
Clayton? Clayton's he was the last one to wake up out of all of us.
I woke up around like 3 or so. I had to go to my dad's station this morning, so I have a bit of an unfair advantage. Anyways, yeah, like it took a couple of watches to like finally like understand the mechanics of Buckball because I really I want to figure out if it's actually doable.
I
for us
think that's a perfect segue into our topic.
Oh my God, how did I do that? I don't know, but our topic
Magic.
Exactly.
Black
so
magic.
Before we get into the topic,
I don't like the way I said black.
Anyways, overall, I really, really enjoyed this episode.
This was a great episode. I enjoyed it.
It was pretty good.
Definitely.
I really, really like the moral too about how, winning is very, very important. But what's the point if you're not having fun at it?
Well, not only that, it's also like when some people thrive on stress and some people don't, and when people force them into working.
And also, don't be so concerned about pleasing everyone else. Please yourself.
Yeah, because it sucks the fun out of like why you.
Actually, you know what? I think before we get into our topic, I was telling you guys this off mic, and I feel like it's appropriate to share this.
I have one last thing to say. I like this episode better than last week's episode. That's just me.
Okay.
Okay.
You made Cam cry, but okay.
Good. Cry.
No, it's like
That's Texas gay.
That's so true though. Like I totally agree with that. Is above all, make sure that you're still having fun with it because that's I was telling you guys this earlier about why I quit basketball. Like I used to go play basketball at rec center for like 5 years, ever since I was 17, and I recently quit like earlier this year, like last March I want to say. And the reason why was because my family, when we moved to Frisco, we signed up with a new rec center, and I was super pumped up. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get to go play some more because new setting for basketball. We're gonna meet some new basketball friends. Let's do this. And they had the whole rec center plays with this new rule that is just totally unheard of to me, and it just sucked all the fun out of the game. So I eventually said, you know what? I don't want to play basketball anymore. Like, I still love it. Anytime the Mavericks are on, I'll totally watch it and everything. And
of course, Dirk.
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 But it was such a buzzkill. And basically what it was, for those who don't normally know, when you go play pickup basketball, the normal rules are 1s and 2s. Like, any shot that is normally worth 2 points is worth 1 point, and any 3-pointer is worth 2 points. That's the norm.
Pretty much is worth 1 less point.
Yeah. And that's the norm throughout most rec centers that you go to. However, with this, everybody plays with this insanely stupid rule that every shot, no matter where it is, how it is, if it's behind the 3-point line, it does not matter. Every shot is 1 point. And I thought that was just the most baffling, most stupid thing. Like, are you guys serious? And I know why they do it. They do it so they can encourage people to attack the basket more. But that falls on deaf ears because people will just continue to take wild jump shots that are still going to take just 1 point. So what is the point?
Does that mean also that free throws?
There aren't free throws in pickup.
Oh, okay.
No, if it's like normally in
after a foul,
you call your own fouls because there's no ref in pickup basketball.
Right.
So you have to call your own fouls, and if you call a foul, then you just check it up with your team having possession. Of course, that is obviously greatly abused sometimes when people can just call foul whenever they want, and they fall back. No, respect the call. Respect the call. even though it's clearly not a foul.
Right.
But yeah, that's
You breathe on me, foul.
yeah. Some people will say that.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
I've seen it before.
But I mean, like I dealt with that for years, and I could deal with that kind of crap. But this was the straw that broke the camel's back. So I said, you know what? I'm not gonna play basketball anymore. Like I'd love to get back into it someday, but it won't be back at that rec center. I can tell you that. But that's my point. Is I love to play basketball. I did it for half a decade, but I stopped just whenever it stopped being fun. Regardless of why it stopped being fun, it still stopped being fun. And ultimately, instead of putting myself through that stress, I just said, you know what? I'm not gonna play anymore. I'm gonna go back to doing music. So
Go play some butt ball.
But like that was really good, is because I know football greats like Vince Lombardi said, winning isn't everything; it's the only thing. But still, what's the point if you're not having fun at it?
Yeah.
So let's go to our topic.
Segue. But overall,
There's a lot of those
greatly
in
enjoyable
Chicago.
episode. Huh?
There's a lot of those in Chicago.
Segues.
I'm not joking. Like they literally.
Okay. Wow, you really are at.
I am, but they
You're
literally
more zen
have.
than snails.
They
right
have
now.
they have a bunch of different renting stations for you to get Segways.
Interesting.
It's literally one of the stupidest things I've ever seen on this planet. And that's saying something.
Oh no, if you play Phoenix right, you'll see Captain Crunch on a Segway. That's fun.
Captain Crunch was awesome.
He was also on a Segway.
Yeah, but I doubt he rented that for like $5 an hour.
I'm a great man. Anyways.
That man earned his Segway.
That's true.
Sure. Anyways, our topic is how exactly would Buckball work if we were to actually try to play it? Because this is like, I know technically, what time is it? It is 11:19. Panel submissions for Nightmare Nights end in 41 minutes. But I would really like to try sometime in the future to see if we can get some way to test out Buckball. Because when you think about it, you don't really need a whole lot. I imagine we just use dodgeballs.
Yeah.
Well, also the thing is, con insurance would not cover that.
Oh, I know. I'm just talking, but like...
I know, I'm just saying that for people that are thinking about doing that. Also, don't do martial arts classes. Just saying. Con insurance will not cover that, so you will be rejected like that.
Okay, fine. Well, let's not think about this for convention. Why don't a meetup do this? Like, you need 6 people, or 7 if you want to ref. But I think that's really, really like a really cool idea. You need 6 people, 2 buckets, and a ball, and you could probably work with, because like I know they don't say it, but I think with Buckball, one of the rules that they have to follow, because you saw that like there's actually like a
ring. Yeah.
It's an actual kind of formation and everything. And the way I see it, I like to think that Pegasi, because their defense, they're only allowed to stay on an outer half of their half of the circle.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like they'd have to, because otherwise, what's stopping them from flying like right up? Like what's stopping them from trotting right up to the buck and being like, here, just drop it in.
Right.
Like, because that was one of the things, and I poured over it into this episode. I was like, I kept trying to understand the mechanics of this because I wanted to imagine this being a game I can actually see people play. And by the way, I can actually really see the Quidditch influence on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a bit.
Well, I mean, like leading up to this, I said, "Oh yeah, Quidditch is gonna play it's super influenced by Quidditch." I can see it, like it's there, but it doesn't like dominate it, I suppose. Mm-hmm. But I could totally like Trixie. Let me ask you this: just for the sake of a test run, would you ever want to try Buckball?
Just to see if it can actually work.
All if you use the golden wrench of 04.
The golden wrench of 04.
That'd be hard to throw.
Oh, we use
throw
it.
You used to hit the ball.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It'd still be hard to throw.
Since we're people and not ponies, would we kick it like soccer, or would we still like use our
I
hands?
think the best route would be kicking.
Think so?
Yeah, because technically that's what they have to do. They have to buck it. Mm-hmm. And that involves kicking.
True. Well, that's when the soccer.
Like only the.
But they use their front hooves as well.
Only the quote-unquote Pegasi. The humans can use their hands.
The not goalies.
Yeah.
But see, this is interesting though, because the goal not only is on the same team you're trying to score with, you can move it at will, because that's what I imagine what the unicorns do, is they're trying to shake off the Pegasi, who's trying to block it and basically get open. Like, the way I see it is the unicorn, and I finally cracked this just recently, but I feel like the unicorn, in a sense, think of them like wide receivers. They're in football, like they're trying to shake off the cornerback so they can get open and catch the ball. And obviously the Pegasi are the ones trying to, stay with them and swat the ball away or something.
I think there's also the rule of the Pegasi cannot throw it to the opposite side. Have you noticed they only toss it to their partner?
Yes, actually, that's because what is stopping the Pegasi from trying to throw it straight at the bucket? That's actually a good point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only the buckers that are allowed to be offense.
Mm-hmm.
You have your set roll, you go out of it, you get a foul or something like that.
Maybe, maybe, like Pegasi only because they have to be on the opposite side because they're defense. But what if, I'm just going to refer to the unicorn as the catcher because I don't really know anything else yet. But, the catcher and the bucker, the catcher and the bucker have to stay on, I'm sorry. They stay on one side while the other has to be on the other. Like, they can't cross that line unless you are that specific role. Yes. Like, a bucker because the bucker is offense, it has to sit on that half of the circle.
Right.
Otherwise, that could be offsides. Which, it's like, the more I think about this, the more exciting it sounds like it could actually work.
That sounds like it would be a really fun game to play.
The only concern that I would have is, going off of the proportions of what we saw in the show, you would need a much bigger circle.
Also, you said we might need 7. I think it's mandatory you need 7 just to have, a ball retriever.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Either that or a lot of balls you don't mind losing.
Yeah.
That's actually a very good point. Because...
Well, also, if you're in an enclosed area...
I was thinking that, too.
Yeah.
That would be the best.
Dude!
I was going to ask, how big would you think...
I want to go to... I can try this.
How big
At
of
least a gymnasium.
Yeah, dude, this sounds like... It's actually
a high school gymnasium.
Yeah, and then people come over what the hell are y'all doing? We're playing Buckball.
Buckball.
The hell's Buckball? Oh, it's from My Little Pony. Friendship is magic.
Oh,
they show up in jerseys and everything. We're super.
Trust me.
Season 6, episode 19.
Trust me, it's a lot better than the game Catnip we made back in high school.
What is catnip?
Literally, you're in an enclosed room. We do this in the theater green room, and you would be sitting across from each other. Your goal is to throw the tennis ball at the other guy's balls.
Well then.
And you do whatever you can to stop said ball.
I would certainly hope so.
Needless to say, Dallas lost a lot.
Can I? Okay, well, I'm going to hate myself for asking this question, but it's eating at me. Why is it called catnip?
We never figured that out. Brunson just one day said, hey, let's play some catnip.
Okay.
Okay.
Trixie, did you ever play at Plano, did you ever play wall ball?
What's wall ball?
I loved wall ball.
Wall ball was great, as long as you don't get beamed in the back of the head.
Oh, God.
But wall ball, stop me if this is starting to sound familiar, but basically is you just need a big ass wall, a lot of people. It's definitely one of those games of the more the merrier.
Right.
But all you need is just a bunch of people, a big wall, and a tennis ball. One tennis ball. Or if you want to keep it interesting, you bring in multiple. But basically what everyone does is the person with the ball hurls it at the wall, it bounces off, and then you just keep trying to throw it at the wall and catch it. If I throw it at the wall, somebody else has to try and catch. Well, I guess nothing's really stopping you from trying to catch it yourself. But basically, you just keep throwing it, and people keep trying to catch it.
Can I go to the next part?
Sure.
Basically, you touch that little sucker.
And you drop it?
Yeah. You run like heck to touch that ball because they get to peg you. If you touch the wall, you're safe.
They don't go for you. They try and go for the wall.
Oh, that's not what we did at my high school.
Oh, you guys are already very different.
We would go straight for that person.
Yeah,
that's starting to sound familiar.
Yeah,
because basically you would do your best to dodge it while you get to that wall.
Because no one wants to catch it because they're so worried that they might drop it.
Well, and also the other thing we did was if you touched that wall and they missed you, you had a chance to grab that ball and they had to run towards it. You got a chance to beat them.
Yeah, that's new to me. But basically, probably because we were on school grounds, so we had to play a little safer like that. But basically, that was the thing is once you drop it and it starts hitting the ground, people would just take a mad dash towards the wall. And I'd see people literally dive to hit the wall because as soon as it hits the ground, anybody else, not just the person who originally threw it, anybody else can pick up that tennis ball and fastball it at the wall. And if that ball hits the wall before your hand touches the wall, that's a strike. Or if you're playing immediate out. So does that start to sound familiar?
Yeah,
it was a ton of fun.
I was thinking of another one called, I think it was Nukem.
I love Nukem.
Yeah,
oh my god.
That's right.
Nukem and Jailbreak.
Those are both fun. I remember those. I remember those from middle school.
Yeah, well, Jailbreak had an extra layer of just like super intensity to it because of the rare occasion when somebody would actually
Jailbreak.
Jailbreak because they'd actually have to get the ball through the hoop and it's like no one, especially like jailbreak, and everybody comes back on your side.
Guys, explain those games to our viewers in case they've never heard of it.
Yep, Jailbreak.
We need to explain Nukem first, because
Nukem.
Jailbreak is kind of like an add-on to it. Basically, what Nukem is you need.
It's kind of like volleyball in a way?
You do need a net. You do need a volleyball net for that, and basically you need a volleyball net and a lot of balls, not just one. You need a lot of people and a lot of like dodgeballs or whatever because
it's basically volleyball except if you were to miss or if a single ball lands on the floor, whoever is the closest to that ball is out and they go to the opposite side of the
which was jail. Quote,
to jail.
Oh, you also got to catch it, and if it was either if it hit the ground and whoever was near it, or if you yourself attempted to catch it and dropped it,
you're out.
Then you're definitely out. Yeah,
definitely.
So that was and the part that we're leaving out is in order to get yourself back in, you had to stay on like this tarp that was way in the back, like you couldn't cross that. But people who
have to catch the ball, right?
People who were still in the game on your team could try and throw it over the other team and have you catch it. And if you catch a ball, you get to come back in the game. The game is over if one team manages to trap everybody on their side. So that was Nukem. Jailbreak was the same thing, except they had one added rule. Because we played in our high school gymnasium, we also played with basketball hoops behind us. So with Jailbreak, the only difference between that and Nukem was in Jailbreak, if someone throws the ball over the net, over the other team, and over your guys, and somehow manages to get it to be a basket, like you hit it, it swishes and everything, that's called a jailbreak, and everybody from your team gets to come back.
And it's not that easy, guys. It's actually they're like what, styrofoam kind of like.
Oh yeah, we had like a little styrofoam.
Yeah,
a little styrofoam. As soon as you kick it, it's gonna curve in some impossible fashion.
It's actually really difficult to
like
get it into
the balls
basket.
weigh like less than a pound. So
but it was one of the funner games.
Well, because jailbreaks themselves were so rare that whenever it happened, everybody just flipped out. They screamed. They were like, "Yes!" And they would not hesitate to just rush over. And usually, when a jailbreak happened, that was all the momentum right back to you. And usually, that team that just got a jailbreak would come back and kick the other's ass.
I'm not surprising. You got the entire team back.
Yeah, and that's
the other team, which is probably
that's deflating to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they can't do anything about it. Yeah. You've already caught all these people. You're feeling good about yourself, and then immediately they're all back over there. It really takes the wind out of your sails.
Imagine if 2 jailbreaks happened at the same time.
Somewhere out. Hey. Somewhere out there.
It has happened.
Somewhere out there. Do not dismiss that possibility.
Oh yeah, I just remember that one was a lot of fun.
Well, again, it was like the same game. It's just that was the only extra rule. But anyways, going back to Buckball, this is really starting to sound super exciting to me. Like I think we could actually pull this off. Like it obviously depends on where and how, but it sounds like it's doable. Like maybe we'd have to forfeit the idea of having a circle. We might have to work with what the lines of a basketball court can give us.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But I think it would be because you don't need a net. You just need 2 buckets, and if it's indoors, you don't really need a ball retriever.
It would just be convenient.
Yeah. Let me put it this way: the ball retriever's job will be much easier.
Yeah.
But no, like I really want to. Like I might try and organize this as a meetup. It's like come play Buckball, and that's exactly what we're calling it. You're like, you mean from MLP? Oh yeah, because that's the goal with it is we want to keep it fun, but we also want to keep it as close to what we could interpret it from the show because it seems because now that I know, at least now that I have this a plausible theory of what the unicorn's job in the game is, and I guess because as I was coming up with that, I had the question of well then how come the bucket's on a pole sometimes? Like what they had.
Well, that was just for demonstration.
I guess that's just for practice and whenever you don't have a third person on your team.
Right.
But like in an actual Buckball game, and what solidified that for me was at the end whenever they actually play Appaloosa, and and there's no poles or anything. It's just, and not to mention, did you notice that they were on opposite sides like I thought they'd be?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like, yes, it's starting to come together, and it really feels like it could work. The question is, would it be a time limit or would it be a score cap?
It went to 6, right, during the game.
Yeah, it was.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could honestly play it either way.
Right.
But I really want to try this now, like really badly. And if anybody else out there either has ideas to add to this or, you know, just offer their 2 cents on if you think this is possible, please let us know, because this is like right now, I'm really excited about this. It sounds really cool. Now, here's my question to you. What would you want to be? Like if we were to play Buckball, we had everything we needed. That's my question to all three of you. If you got to play Buck, and feel free to answer this yourself in the comments, like tell us what you want and why. What position would you want to be? And you know what?
I can tell you mine right now.
To make it easier, just give the species of pony. The race.
I was just gonna say the catcher, but unicorn, because you have not mentioned the rules, and I would use that basket to knock out that defender.
Pretty sure that's a foul of some sort.
He won't know that because he'll be unconscious.
I'd probably go with unicorn as well.
I pray it's not for the same reason, but why would you want to be?
Well, I mean, I'd just start out with that, I guess. I'd like to try all 3 myself. I probably wouldn't be very good as a bucker, but...
Not one for offense, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
What about you?
I'd probably go for Bucker first, and then probably, let's see, Pegasus, and then Unicorn.
So is that something we're all kind of in agreement on? Because that you'd need ridiculous accuracy if you have to use your feet.
Yeah, you need really good coordination with. Just
you know what? Actually,
placement.
Let's make it so you can only punch it.
Well, I think
here's what I was thinking.
If we can only punch, if they can, would be beast mode.
No, hold on. I actually have obviously this didn't happen at all in the episode, but just a possible idea with it is you can use your hands. If you're a bucker, you can use your hands. You can catch it. You can throw it. But if you do it with your hands and it gets in the bucket, that's 1 point. If you happen to kick it, that's 2 points.
Yeah, make it more fun and challenging.
That makes sense.
If you do that, I think you might need a higher score cap than 6. But, I mean, that'd be pretty impressive. Mm-hmm. The mental image I have of people playing this game is both silly, but it's also really
exciting.
Well, that's what makes it
is
fun. Personally, it's just
I really am gonna try to organize.
Well, honestly, you give your players more options for different points. They're gonna have a lot more fun. Just as you said with that rec center you went to.
Mm-hmm.
Who's also to say you only need one of each.
You can have multiple buckers, multiple people.
I wouldn't go too high with it. I'd set a limit.
I think 2 sounds.
2 actually does sound very good.
You could do 2 buckers, 2 or probably 1 or 2 in defense, and then 1 unicorn, and make it.
I like the idea of 2, 2, and 2.
That's what I was thinking.
Or hold on. 2 catchers, 2 blockers. I guess Pegasi. 2 catchers, 2 blockers, 3 buckers. Because buckers have to stay on offense. They have to stay on their side.
Yeah.
Right. That'd be pretty.
I'm actually drawing up diagrams in my head of plays to try out and stuff. Mm-hmm. So let's actually I'm gonna when we go to our meetup again, I'm gonna talk to our group about it, see if they want to, because this is sounding really cool to me. Because what's stopping us from having a meetup where we just go
to a park or something.
A park, or just go buy a day pass at a rec center or something. I've never been to a Louisville rec center, but they're there.
I assure you, they're not that good.
You know what? No. If it's empty, that's even better. If we have that space to ourselves, oh hell yes.
Oh yeah, if we have the space to ourselves, it's great, but there's always that chance.
We'll find out.
Doesn't have to try.
Oh no. But next meetup, would you guys want to do that? Let's see if we can get others interested in this.
Yeah, if we actually organize something like that.
Yeah,
Well, there's already 4 of us that are interested, and at least seeing how it would play out. Mm-hmm. So it's 4 like that, and I'm sure we could, at the absolute least, find 2 more. Mm-hmm. But I like this idea of it would be 7 on a team, 2 catchers, 2 blockers, 3 buckers. And also what I like is since the catchers have to stay on one half, I like just to make it just a little more interesting. The catchers can't cross each other. Like,
What do you mean cross?
like okay, so you know how a catcher has to stay on his side of the on the outer edge of that ring that we saw.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like let's say let's say there's 2 catchers. I'm making hand gestures, so this isn't gonna really benefit our listeners, but I'm in that hear me out mode where like you got two catchers and they can run any way that they want to, like make space and run. But what they can't do is cross.
Oh.
Yeah, like
I see.
they can't cross each other. They have to stay on their own selective side.
Oh, I see. What you're
Like they could do it like this, or even like this. But once that guy who's on the edge, he can't cross over and overtake his friend.
Oh, I see.
That could be just a penalty of some sort. This is sounding really fun. It really is.
Yeah.
So
That's definitely something to consider for the next meetup.
absolutely,
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually jot that down on my phone.
Yeah, if it's really thought out and like the rules and positions and everything like that, it could be really, really interesting to play
Yes.
out.
Well, that's what's what though that makes this episode even better for me is it's not a game that's just so ridiculous. There's no way. Like Jador, do you remember anything at all from the game that was played in Fantastic Mr. Fox?
I remember how complicated it was.
That's my point. I want to try that game too. It sounds so ridiculous and stupid and complicated. And what is going on?
It just might work.
Honestly, yes. But let's stick with
what, Dewey?
Buckball. What?
I think I'm an athlete.
Are you an athlete? You think you're an athlete?
Yeah.
Let's stick with Buckball for now, though. Let's not overload ourselves. But yeah,
I think that's a good point to end it on.
it is. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think of this. Is this something you would like to play and whatnot? Because this is getting me really excited.
Come on, try to come up with some different rules as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because this is one I'm going to really be paying attention to the comments on because we want to hear from you guys. Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Very good episode. I really like this idea. I know. See,
Really?
eventually, I will get battle hardened.
Well, I think because you were on such a really good role with Buckball and just creating a new the game in real life that you were
He
just
was too excited.
Oh yeah.
Well, what the problem is, once we stop recording and this goes off camera, he's probably going to do it again, and it is going to get me.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let us know what you think in the comments.
Also, if you have any questions for us, feel free to send any.
Absolutely, we really want to
Twitter or whatever.
send it to. We'll try and get Stable Condition its own email soon, but for now, just send the questions to the Twitter handle, and we will definitely answer them. Anyways, let's go ahead and sign it off.
I'm JWhoof.
I'm Trixie.
I'm Tibber.
I'm DoTheDaringDew, and we're gonna go play some Buckball. See you guys
I'm gonna play Spirit for Justice.
while playing
Yay.
Buckball.
Of justice.
Did you say Spirit for Justice?